It's really sunny today.
I doubt we'll see Droplet today. It's definitely not going to rain.
Hi kids, how are you?
Another beautiful day today.
I prefer it when it rains a bit, so that my raindrop friends can come down from the clouds. These past few years, my friends haven't been coming down from the clouds so often.
I don't understand Droplet. Why not?
Do you know what climate change is?
When the weather changes, right?
Not exactly. First of all, you must understand the difference between the weather and the climate. Weather is what happens in a certain place at a certain time. For example, the typical weather for the month of July in Malta is hot, humid, with bright sunshine and not one cloud in the sky, while in January it's very cold and rainy. But when we talk about climate, we refer to the type of weather that we find in a larger region and over a longer period of time. We say that in Malta we have a Mediterranean climate, which means that we have two main seasons. The hot and dry season with long periods of no rainfall, that would be between March and September, and another season between October and February when it rains more often. The weather varies from one place to another, even in Malta itself, but we can say that all Mediterranean countries have the same type of climate.
I think I understand now.
So what's climate change then? And how does it happen?
Climate change is when the climate of the whole world starts to change. Changes in climate take many years to happen naturally, so life on Earth can adapt to it. But sometimes, something happens that changes the climate in a short time. When this happens, life on Earth doesn't manage to adapt fast enough. Today, these fast changes are brought on by humankind, unfortunately, because we are using coal, oil and gas to produce energy, all our stuff, and to travel. A lot of gases that are released into the atmosphere are causing it to warm up, and the planet's natural process of keeping its temperature constant has been interfered with, so the temperature of the world is rising slowly.
But I still feel cold in winter.
By rising temperature, I'm not referring to what we feel in a certain place at a certain time, but the average temperature of a particular region year after year. And the change in climate over the years is causing the sea and air temperature to rise too.
What does average temperature mean?
Average temperature is when you collect all the different temperatures over a period of time, like a year, and you balance them out.
It's like the middle temperature then.
The average temperature in Malta is approximately 23 degrees Celsius. But as you know, we have much lower temperatures in winter, 9 degrees sometimes. Then, in summer, we reach temperatures that are higher than 30 degrees Celsius. So when you look at the temperatures of a whole year, they balance out at around 23 degrees Celsius, in the middle. Obviously, average temperatures are different from one region to another. The average temperature in the Mediterranean will always be higher than that in the north of Europe.
So what happens when the average temperature of the sea or the air rises?
When the average sea or air temperature rises, we get more extreme weather. Summers are much hotter with more droughts, and there is a bigger chance of heavy storms in winter. This doesn't help us conserve the water that we have, because in summer, when we need more water, we can't find it naturally, while in winter there'll be a lot of heavy rainfall, so the water has no time to seep into the ground slowly and it just flows straight into the sea. Besides this, all the pure water that we find in valleys, lakes and rivers starts to evaporate quicker, making them dry out. Even land that has a lot of grass and trees can dry up and turn into desert. Due to the higher temperatures, all the ice on mountaintops and in the North and South Poles can start to melt and end up in the sea. This can cause sea levels to rise. When sea levels rise, this can mean that towns and cities that are along the coast can end up flooding.
This is really scary.
What can we do to stop all this?
You kids have a say in all this. This is your planet, so it's important that you do your part in your everyday life to make things better. By using less electricity, for example, or using renewable energy from the sun. It's important not to waste water or electricity. If you're going somewhere, use public transport or go on foot. Nowhere is far in Malta, so you can avoid using the car for short distances. Less cars on the roads means less emissions. Take care of the environment and plant more trees. Trees help to clean the atmosphere because they absorb the gases that are causing climate change and they give us clean air instead. Try and use less products that require a lot of energy and water to produce. Use less plastic. Recycle and reuse instead of buying new stuff.
That's quite a list.
We need to work quite hard if we want things to change for the better. But if everyone does their bit, we will have a healthier planet for you kids.
Let's speak to Mom and Dad tonight and see what we can do together.
And we'll talk to our teachers and friends at school tomorrow, so that we can all work together for a better planet.
Always remember, kids, a little change by each and every one of us adds up to a big change for everybody. Every drop counts.
This project is part-financed by the European Union under the Cohesion Fund, European Structural and Investment Funds 2014-2020.